Oh, hello, great readers. I'm Belchan.
I'm Nimakung.
I'm Banchan.
In this class, I'll read all of your part of Ulysses.
As.
Ah.
Ulysses. James Joyce. Tab. Sif insect you. Look sharp and you'll catch him. Angst. Old man. Heinz said. I'll tap into. He hurried on eagerly towards the Freeman's Journal. 3 bob I lent him in mirrors. 3 weeks. The 10th. Mr. Bloom laid his cutting on Mr. Nennety's desk. Excuse me, Councillor, he said. They said, you see, is. You remember? Mr. Nennety considered the cutting a while and nodded. He wants it in for July, Mr. Bloom said. The foreman moved his pencil towards it. But wait, Mr. Bloom said. He wants it changed. Is. You see, he wants 2 keys at the top. Hell of a racket they make. He doesn't hear it. Annan. Iron nerves. Maybe he understands what iron. The foreman turned round to her patiently in. Lifting an elbow, began to scratch slowly in the armpit of his alpaca jacket. Like that, Mr. Bloom said, crossing his forefingers at the top. Let him check that in first. Mr. Bloom, glancing sideways up from the cross he had made, saw the foreman's slow face. Think he has a touch of jaundice. And beyond the obedient reels feeding in huge whips of paper. Clink it. Clink it. Miles of it unreeled. What becomes of it after? Well, wrap up meat. Parcels. Various uses. 1,001 things. Scarred woodwork. Like that. They. Chukowski's here. A circle. Then hear the name. Alexander Keys. Thane. Wine and spirit merchant. So on. Better not teach him his own business. You know yourself. Consider. Just what he wants. Then round the top and let it. The House of Keys. You see? Do you think that's a good idea? The foreman moved his scratching hand to his lower ribs and scratched there quietly. The ideal, Mr. Bloom said, is the House of Keys. You know, Councillor, the Manx Parliament, innuendo of Home Rule, tourists, you know, from the Isle of Man, catches the eye. You see, can you do that? I could ask him perhaps about how to pronounce that Publio. But then if he didn't know, only make it awkward for him. Better not. We can do that. The foreman said. Have you the design? I can get it, Mr. Bloom said. It was in a Kilkenny paper. He has a house there too. I'll just run out and ask him. Well, You can do that and just a little calling attention. You know the usual. H-class licensed premises. Ungfeld want. So on. The foreman thought for an instant. We can do that, he said. Let him give us a 3 months renewal. A typesetter brought him a limp galley page. He began to check it silently. Mr. Bloom stood by, hearing the loud thrips of cranks, watching the silent typesetters at their cases. Want to be sure of his spelling. Proof fever. Martin Cunningham forgot to give us his spelling bee conundrum this morning. It is amusing to view the Anper 1 hour Eldinburgh 2 hours, is it? I've appealed Pera under a cemetery wall. Dilly. Isn't it? Cemetery button, of course, on account of the symmetry. I should have said when he clapped on his topper. Thank you. I ought to have said something about an old hat or something. Well, I could have said. Looks as good as new now. See his fies then. Ult. Etch of choir folded papers. Ult. Almost him in the way it's to call attention. Janet's level best to speak. That door to still creaking. Asking to be shut. Everything speaks in its own way. Ult. The Roman handed back the galley page suddenly. Then. Wait. Where's the Archbishop's letter? It's to be repeated in the telegraph. Where's what's his name? He looked about him round his lad on unswearing machines. Monks. Sir. A voice asked from the casting box. Where's Monks? Monks. Mr. Bloom took up his cutting. Time to get out. Then I'll get the design. Mr. Nenety, he said, and you'll give it a good place, I know. Once. Yes. Sir. 3 months renewal. Want to get someone off my chest first. Try it in hell. Robin August. Good idea. Horse show month. Bus page. Tourist over for the show. He walked on through the case room, passing an old man. But spectacled. A friend. Old drunks. The day for there. Queer lot of stuff he must have put through his hands in his time. Obituary notices. Bobsets. Speeches. Divorce suits. Found drowned. Nearing the end of his tether now. Super serious men with a bit in the siving spank, I'd say. Wife a good cook and washer. Daughter working the machine in the parlour. Plain Jane. No damn nonsense. He stayed in his walk to watch the typesetter neatly distributing type. Reads it backwards first. Quickly he does it. Must require some practice that. Mine get stirred up. Poor Papa with his head at a book. Reading backwards with his finger to me. As such a. The exterior in Jerusalem. There. Oh dear. Into the house of bondage Alleluia. Shema Israel Adon Elonu. Well, that's the other. Then the 12 brothers. Jacob's sons. Water in the butcher. The dog kills the cat. Sounds a bit silly till you come to look into it well. Just as it means, but it's everybody eating everyone else. That's what life is after all. How quickly he does that job. Practice makes perfect. Seems to see with his fingers. To be continued.